Hi everyone, my name is Kayla. I have a Bachelor of Health Science Naturopathy and I'm a naturopath at Kayla the Nurturing Naturopath. Welcome to my podcast Awareness. And today I have Nicki from Wombat Swish joining me. Hi Nicki, how are you today?
Good, thanks, Kayla. How are you? And thank you for having me.
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. Could you please tell us what is Wombat Swish?
So, Wombat's Wish is a children's charity that supports kids that are parentally bereaved. So, one in 20 young people between the ages of 5 and 18 have a parent die. Um, so, when you equate that in Victoria, because we service the whole of Victoria, that's about 55,000 Victorians, or roughly one child in every classroom in Victoria. Um, Now, the way we support the kids is we can provide weekend support programs, grief programs with the surviving parent or carer that comes along as well. We do one-on-one grief counselling and we do whole family connection days throughout Victoria at no cost to our families. So we provide all these services free of charge to the families. And the programs that we run are about supporting the kids through their grief whilst building connections with other kids that just get what they're going through. A lot of children and young people report to us that their friends don't understand what it's like, and they feel a little bit isolated and often left out of conversations at school. And at our weekend grief programs, they are there with other kids that know exactly how they feel. And the surviving parent or carers are with people that know what they're going through as well, and are able to gain support, peer support, as well as our professional support. So, yeah.
Yeah, wow, I didn't realize those numbers were so big and like you said, it would be isolating, you know? Yeah, so it's great that
Yeah.
that community's there for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, wowzers. And what does Wombat Swish mean?
So, Wombat's Wish was founded 21 years ago this year,
Wow.
in 2005, by a psychologist. Her name's Jill Crooks. Now, her husband actually died playing cricket down at Anglesey. He used to play cricket for Jan Juck, and he had a massive heart attack on the cricket field and died on the cricket field. Now, when he died, Jill's kids were about, I'm going to say, 6 or 8 or 8 and 10. They're around that sort of age. Um, and Jill struggled to find a program for her children, even though she's a psychologist, but she was also grieving at the same time. When her daughter was a bit older and she got offered a exchange program uni placement over in England. So Jill, being Jill, went off and helped set her up. And while she was over there, she came across Winston's Wish, which was set up after the Second World War. And for obvious reasons, there were a lot of parentally bereaved children after the Second World War. So Jill stayed on in England for a little bit longer and actually learnt about Winston's Wish program and brought it back to Australia and started by running one camp a year. Now, she chose the name Wombat's Wish for two reasons. She wanted to keep the connection with Winston's Wish, but she wanted an Australian feel to it. Now, I mean, wombats is one of Jill's favourite animals, but the idea with wombats is that what wombats do is they burrow and burrow and burrow, um, and then pop up every now and then and have something to eat, and then go for a run around and then burrow, 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 and that's what you do in grief. You burrow and you're burrowing through your feelings, emotions, and then you pop up and you might have a good day or a good month or a good year, depending on how long the death is, and then you're going to have another bad day. So you're back down and you're burrowing through your grief. So that's why she chose wombats.
Wow, really lovely. And what is your mission?
To support parentally bereaved children, young people and their families throughout the cycle of grief.
Yeah, really important. Love that. And you're well, talking about the programs before, could you tell us a bit more about those?
Yep. So our weekend grief program is our signature program, and what we do for that is we invite the the surviving parent and carer along with their children. So they can send a referral into Wombat's Wish, or the school can send a referral into Wombat's Wish, or another practitioner can send a referral in. One of our team will contact them within 48 hours of receiving the referral and talk to them about all the services that we can offer them. So the weekend grief programs are run between 5 and 8 times across the state. We're in all different places. We run at Queenscliff, Mount Eliza and Corrupt. So we sort of try and capture across the state, so no family really has to travel more than 2 hours to get to a camp. Families come in on Friday night. It's a very social night where they just meet and greet themselves. And then Saturday we start the program. The parents go off-site during the day, so they go to another venue together with our practitioners, and they do a program around their grief, their own self-care, and how to support kids through grief while they're grieving. And the kids stay at camp with our another team. They get broken up into age groups. So it's koalas, echidnas, and kangaroos. And they're 3 different age groups. So it's 5 to 7, 8 to 11, and 12 plus normally. And we do activities that are age appropriate. They all do the same, but they change for the different ages. And we do things. So we do their story around the death. We do their difficult feelings. We talk about their memories, and some kids might not have memories, but they all have learnt memories. They might have some memories that someone's told them about. And then we do coping techniques, and that's done over the weekend as well. And we mix that with a lot of fun. So that we'll do a little workshop around, we might make salt jars. It's all the workshops are sort of craft-based or therapeutically tactile. And then we'll go and do something fun, like we might do the Amazing Race or go down the beach, or, so depending on where we are. So it's called jumping in and out of puddles, the theory. So we do something a little bit hard, and then we do something fun, and then something hard. So that's our signature program. By the end of that weekend, I can tell you now, families, they finish with us at lunchtime on Sunday, lifelong connections. We've got families that have been camping together in Cobram, on Disney cruises, catch up every week. They all start their own social media group chats and through WhatsApp or Snapchat. Lifelong friends are made at our camps, and it's just instant. It's just the most amazing thing to witness, and I feel very privileged to be part of that. Then we can offer up to 6 sessions of free one-on-one counselling, either pre-camp or post-camp. Families just need to get a mental health care plan for themselves, for the parent and carer, and one for each individual child, or whoever wants counselling, because we do claim that through Medicare, and it's bulk billed. And then we can do those either in person or via telehealth, which is normally Zoom. And then we also do our family fun days. So they're just reconnection days for different camps and people to get together. Christmas time, Santa comes and gives every child a gift. We've got one coming up in a couple of weeks where we're all going to an AFL footy game. So Geelong Cats have given us 75 tickets. We did one at Kyabram earlier in this year because we have a lot of families from Shepherd and Echuca at the Kyabram Fauna Park, which is a zoo. So we've travelled those around as well. And then we have also armed 1,700 state secondary and primary schools with a resource pack on how to support kids through their grief at school and provide a safe space for their grieving at school, because we know that 56% of kids become disengaged in school, and often in that percentage is, they'll start with some risky behaviours and challenging behaviours. So we have created a really good resource of information for the schools at how to keep the kids engaged and safe and supported through their grief. So that went out to 1,700 schools this year. So,
wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
You've got a
So
lovely,
sorry.
lots of important, beautiful programs going on, which is really lovely. That's cool. And what is grief support? I guess it would depend on the individual child going through it and what they need and things.
Yeah. Every child's different, definitely. And every situation's different.
Yeah.
You know, a medical death, often the kids might come more to terms with it because if they've been through palliative care, they might have had some pre-death counselling and support compared to a trauma death, which we class as a suicide, accident, murder, drug overdose, that sort of thing. That can be quite sudden and quite traumatic, and even more traumatic if it's a suicide and the child's found the parent hanging. Basically, we've had quite a few of that and had to, get the parent down and work on them while they're waiting for ambulances. So everyone's different. So we have a 1-to-2 ratio at camps between staff. We try to maintain that, and volunteers and kids. And all our staff and volunteers are fully qualified in with their psychologists, mental health social workers, youth workers, counsellors, with lots of experience around supporting kids through grief. And we go through a screening process with them to make sure that they can do that, because some of our stories can be triggering.
Yeah.
The first family I ever met when I started here 6 years ago, and it was a murder, and it was horrendous, horrific circumstances of a 6-year-old described to me in detail. And, I walked out of meeting that family for the first time and went, well, welcome to
Yeah.
Wombat's Wish, Nicki. This is my first family. So we need to make sure that all of our team are really well supported and it's not too triggering for them. So we go through quite a vigorous screening process, and then we do an induction, and they're really well supported at their first camp to make sure that it's like they're doing okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going both ways that everyone's doing okay.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And how can people donate and or support Wombat's Wishes?
Okay, so jump on our website. All the platforms are on our website for donations. That's wombatswish.org.au. You can do a one-off donation, which is done through our Give Now platforms, or through our bank account, directly into our bank account. You can do monthly donations. You can jump on and do a corporate donation if you're in business, and we can invoice that weekly, monthly, quarterly, 6 monthly, annually, whatever you prefer. For the cost of a cup of coffee a week, I mean, you can support a child coming to a camp.
Yeah.
Which is just amazing. Wombat's Wish does not receive government funding. We rely on donations and philanthropic trusts. We are registered as a DGR1, which means every donation over $2 is tax deductible. And if you donate directly into our bank account, you just need to shoot us an email through our website, and we can issue you with a formal receipt. If you do a donation through Give Now, they will generate the receipt for you, and then at the end of the financial year, an annual receipt of how much you've donated as well. And then we have fundraising events. We've got our big fundraiser coming up on October the 11th, so that's our annual Wombats Walk. Last year we raised $110,000 at that event, which was amazing, and that paid for 3 camps this year, which is just awesome. Each camp's it's $33,500 for 15 families to attend a camp. So that's held at Port Arlington Cricket Ground. It's a great venue. It's a local venue for us. But if you're coming from Melbourne, you just get on the ferry across to Port Arlington from Docklands, and you're pretty much at the venue. It's a community day. It's great fun, lots of rides, markets, live music, food, lots of things to bid on in auctions. It's a gold coin donation to come on in, and it's a really fun community day that you can spend the whole day there with something different to do between 10 and 3. So if any of your listeners are around and want to attend that, that's on October the 11th.
Amazing. That sounds like a lot of fun. And
And
it'll
jump on
generate
and
lots of money for you.
join our mailing list. or like us on Facebook. Everything goes through our social media handles, so Wombat's Wish, or on Facebook and Instagram, and you'll keep up to date with what we're doing and where we're going to be and what's happening. If you're in a community group and you want us to come and guest speak, we can come and do that. I'm doing one on Wednesday night and tomorrow night for the King Lake Rotary Club. So we're more than happy to travel and guest speak across the state as well. So so your community gets to know a little bit more about what we do.
Oh, that's beautiful, amazing.
Yeah.
And you have free resources on your website too, is that right?
Yes, we do. So jump on there. There's lots of resources there. So even if you're not ready, if a family's not ready for, the support we're providing around with the camps and the counselling, and it can be a little bit daunting and confronting, I guess, to reach out. I know a lot of families are really nervous heading into a weekend, and just to let families know, to help you through that process. We're with you all the way. Before a camp, we'll actually come and do a home visit, if it's or a Zoom, to get to one of the office team. We'll do that with you to get to know you and your kids, so we know how to best support you at camp. And so when you arrive, you might see, if I've done the home visit, I'm the person there in the car park greeting you, so you're not feeling so scared. But we have lots of resources on our website that might help you get through some difficult days, or the celebrations like Mother's Day, Father's Day, Christmas, anniversaries, that sort of thing, that can be quite triggering for your children or the surviving parents. So lots of resources there. And you can always just reach out to us and ask us a question. We have a very small team, but an amazing team in the office, and we're here to help anyone, just even with a question. So get on the phone. Our numbers are on the website.
It's really amazing. And I love how you said that you reach out to the families beforehand so they sort of know a face and know a name.
Yeah. Oh, that's very important, that they feel supported through the whole process. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. That's lovely. Is there anything you want to recap or talk about that you feel like we haven't?
I think we've probably covered just about everything. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think I've covered just about everything in a snapshot.
Cool, no worries. And for more information, like you were saying, should people go to your website and sign up to your email and go on social media?
100%. That they're the best ways to get in contact with us, and all our contact details are there. Or jump on the phone and give us a call.
Beautiful, amazing. Thank you so much for joining me today and making us more aware about Wombat's Wish. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us. And the more people know about us, I mean, our aim is to reach as many grieving children in Victoria as possible. So the more that people know that we exist and that we're here to support kids at no cost to the families, the better it's going to be for everybody. So reach out if you need our support.
Exactly, yeah, because like you said, there may be people out there that don't know about you and are struggling. So, and then people can also donate to you as well and help you with your camps and things. So, yeah,
Be
totally.
amazing. Yeah. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you everyone for listening. Take care and bye-bye.